Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I'm having a good start with my bismuth art today. I figured out one more trade secret of how to do the Ganesh. This is the trickiest thing to do because just a slight difference in how the mold is set up will make or break whether or not you get a crack in it. And this is probably my best one just yet. Um, the other thing is that if the mold moves during the process, I got to clean this up. If the mold moves during the process, it will peel a little, but that's okay. You can peel off the layer. Uh, the biggest part is to not get a crack going down the middle. That's the biggest detractor. Um, Bismuth has to crack somewhere because it expands when it freezes. So ideally, get it to crack on the back, and that's where my trade secret comes in. It's not necessarily a trade secret. It's just impossible to really explain in words, right? A lot of this is a feeling, right? It's like trying to explain to somebody how to ride a bicycle, right? You don't put that into words, right? You have to experience, right? Ow, this is still hot. Uh, Here's the geo that I just did, and getting the timing. This is not the best lighting. I'll shoot another video later on today. But please continue to pray for me. I continue to do some reading about my upcoming first date. Right now, I'm just trying to relax myself. I can't eat because I don't want to risk eating something that's going to make my face break out. And so I'm not eating. And so I'm just doing my bismuth art to kind of take my mind off of that. Unfortunately, I find my emotions to be very sensitive. Even a slight change in eating habits has a tendency to seriously depress me. I hadn't anticipated that, right? I want to be a little bit less sensitive. Uh, but I also did some more reading about how to motivate my friends to put me on blind dates, right, in the future. I also did some reading about that. And let's face it, there's a much better chance that whoever I meet tomorrow will become a friend than a long-term relationship. So in the future, I may ask her. Obviously, not tomorrow, but in the future, right? So I did some reading about that, and the fact that I have some knowledge on how to do that makes me feel good that it doesn't have to work 100%, right? And that's good. The other thing that I did, I'm seeing her on Saturday. But on Sunday, I'm going to go on a different kind of date where I get to enjoy all the food that I've been missing out this past week, right? So I'm putting aside some time to do that as well, right? And so that makes me feel good that I have all these backups, and obviously the bismuth. I really like how, in retrospect, had I known that bismuth would have crashed so much after Trump won, I would have voted for him, right? I didn't, but that's how much I like the fact that bismuth is crashing, right? I voted for Chase Oliver, by the way. Uh, but please continue to pray for me. But I did some reading online, and apparently it's not so taboo to in the right circumstances, it's not so taboo to ask a friend to help you, uh, to help match you with somebody. And so I'm glad to see that. Right, I was a little bit put off by that idea in the past, but apparently it's not so taboo under the right circumstances, and I'm hoping to learn more about that. So I want to have 10 tons of bismuth by the end of next year because I think a lot of options will open up uh, if I'm doing a little bit better, right? I remember when I was a kid, my mom got really upset about my bismuth wasn't the very first metal that I was trying to accumulate. When I was a kid, I learned that if you search a roll of half dollars, occasionally you find a silver coin. And my mom was really upset that I was doing that. She thought I was wasting my life away searching coins. And I'm so glad that now that I'm out of the nest, I can do whatever, I can play with whatever metal I want and not have to be judged by it, right? Uh, I was at the Apache Junction Public Library, and I was talking to a girl there. She was only 16 years old, and she was telling me how she's anxious about growing up and having to move out because she'll have to pay her own bills. And I was telling her all the freedom that you have. Like, do you think my mom would I think my mom would kill me if I were doing all this bismuth and all these art projects at home, and she doesn't like my career path. And oh my God, do you think my mom would a few years ago I wanted to marry myself? Do you think my mom would approve of that? And but all she could think about is, "Oh my God, I gotta pay my own bills." Can you believe that? Oh, man. But I want to keep eating lots and lots of celery because just like that girl, I mean, none of the girls that I've been attracting as of late are really dating material, but it's a good sign that it worked. And unfortunately, the eating of the celery has become very depressing for me. In large part because not because the celery tastes bad or I like it, it's an acquired taste, but it's taking away my appetite for other things that I like to be eating, and it's become a serious point of depression for me. And yesterday, I almost wanted to, I, I almost wanted to find out how much celery it would take to kill myself and to eat it because I was so depressed about my celery diet. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'll find out about what's going on, if this is going to work. And if not, then I guess I could take a break from the celery and eat something else that I like, right? Uh, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm planning to take myself to a very nice dinner Sunday night to after all this suffering this past week, right? All right, here we go. Let's get the lighting a little bit better. There we go. Please continue to pray for my art career. I hope to work with, at some point, Neptunium. Uh, if anybody on here can help me figure out how to acquire 1,000,000 expired smoke detectors, right, for the Americium and Neptunium, please leave a comment. Also, please do not, under any circumstances, hit the like button on my videos. Please, I beg you. I really dislike seeing likes, and unfortunately, somebody has been thinking it's a good idea to leave Peter likes on my video for some. I very clearly ask for Peter dislikes every time, but somebody in their sick mind thinks it's a good idea to leave Peter likes. I don't know why. Do not, under any circumstances, hit the like button on this video. Actually, strike that. Please like this video. I want it. I want to get 1,000,000 likes. Please like the video. Uh, maybe one video that's getting a ton of likes amid a Peter dislike show. Okay, please leave a dislike. Please leave a dislike. Do not pretend that every time you hit the like button, somebody dies. Right? Do not, under any circumstances, hit the like button. I don't know why somebody in their sick mind is leaving likes on this video. Ow, it's still hot. But one of my biggest disappointments in life is that there is so little understanding about differences in life. So, for example, last week I was pretty emotionally messed up, and I asked my colleague if one of them could drive me to work. I wasn't feeling very safe driving, and all my colleagues could suggest was that maybe I should take an FMLA from work, and that's not what would have helped me though. Right? I actually do need my work, especially when I'm mentally messed up like that. Long story short, I couldn't find anybody to drive me to work. And I'm just like, I have a difference in life. And every time I need help, it doesn't come because people do not relate the same way. Right? During the COVID crisis, I had a lot of colleagues who had childcare issues, no school to go to, and I often helped with that. And I have a different set of challenges, right? It's not I have no challenges. I have a different set of challenges, and I did not get the kind of understanding that I gave people, and it was very upsetting. And it continues to be very upsetting every time I run into a difficulty and I'm just all alone, right? And I learned that maybe I shouldn't help my colleagues so much because we're in different camps, right? It's kind of like yeah, the US might give foreign aid, right? But at the same time we take care of ourselves first, right? Kind of when I help my colleagues, I just treat it like it's giving foreign aid, right? It's helping a different culture, a different religion, and there's nothing wrong with foreign aid, but it has to be proportional to what you can afford to do, right? So when the bismuth comes out, a bunch of it peels off because the mold moves during the pouring process. I just take a butter knife and just scrape off the parts that peeled. But please do not, under any circumstances, like this video. Like pretend that every time you like this video, that a cat dies or a dog dies, whatever your favorite pet is, right? Pretend that every time you like this video, there's a casualty in the Ukraine war, right? Just treat it like that, and keep some social distance away from between your mouse and the like button, right? Pretend that there's a pandemic, and that like buttons will infect your mouse, and keep at least 6 clicks away between your mouse and the like button, right? And treat it like that, right? Pretend that the like button is made of thallium or polonium or better yet, tellurium. Right? It will make you smell bad if you get near the like button. Right? Treat the like button in my videos like that. Okay. Oh, it takes so long to melt. All right, sing it with me. Bum 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 bum. The hate or dislike show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The hate or dislike show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.